dog, I
You're
wouldn't
not.
know.
I'm 100% sure that you're not, George.
These past
Oh,
these
no, no.
past 2 weeks, these past 2 weeks,
There
it's
we go.
cool.
Hello, hello, hello.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Like,
these past 2 weeks, cool, because I haven't scored enough points. But the first 5 games, dog, like everybody just goes off on me. So it's like it is what it is. Like cool.
listen, with Rooney, it's one of those fantasy football things that happens. Like I was either second or third highest scorer. Rooney just happened to be the highest scorer that week. I can't be mad about that. This week it happens. Everyone has a bad week. Like my team just took a massive shit. Tyler Boyd and Tyler Eifert, both of
Hey,
both the same
next
team,
week is not going to get
garbage.
any better for you. McCaffrey's off.
That's all right. I'm gonna start Matt Breida. Matt Breida's
That's
fine.
solid.
And yeah,
He's
and then I'm
good.
gonna,
What
and
up,
I'm gonna
Fernando?
start-
I'm a Christian
and I'm
McCaffrey.
starting Cortland Sutton also. So I'll be fine next week.
No, you know what's hilarious? So Samuel was doing good. I'm liking what he's doing. So cool. I could drop Robbie, right? I could drop Robbie. We know what I didn't realize that all my 3 out of my 4 wide receivers have all bye weeks next week.
You
Next
know
week?
how the
Oh,
whole
yeah.
Robbie thing happened? I was driving home, and then I see Will
What's up,
Disley
Daisy? What's up, Chris?
0. And I'm like, 0? What the fuck?
Broom,
Why 0? And then
Adrian.
I read, like, something happened to his Achilles. And I'm like, fuck. I had
It was
his
Randall
Achilles?
Cobb. Yeah. And then I had Randall Cobb questionable. I'm like, nah, I'm not taking this chance. Let me go check who's on the waiver wire, on the free agency. I was like, Robbie Anderson. And I was like, oh, Sam Donald just came back. Probably, maybe. Fuck it. It's better. Better than nothing.
Yeah.
Well, you got a bomb.
You started him?
Yeah,
Yeah, I started him.
you got a long
Damn,
bomb.
alright.
Good.
I mean, you got a long bomb, but even then, did you guys catch that game?
No,
Yeah.
I was watching Red Zone.
Pretty good.
I was watching the game. Yeah, well, obviously Red Zone too, but even then, I was able to watch some of the game because they were passing it on. Was it on 11? Was it 11? One of the channels where the game was being passed, and you could tell that Darnold was definitely trying to get the ball to Anderson. So that's definitely a good sign moving forward for him.
Getting a lot of targets. So
It was hell of a change too.
I should. It's funny because every year I do something stupid. I make a move I don't really like, and I think that's gonna be the one. I think that's gonna be the one.
No. That honestly, the next 2 weeks are gonna be a hit or miss for him. But then after that, he should have an okay. But it's one of those that you just have to sit on.
Yeah, that's
You
what
wanna-
I'm saying.
Rudy,
What's up?
you want to know when I was ready to concede an L this week?
When?
When Evan Ingram was out.
Yeah,
There's
okay.
you can't find a tight end if you don't have a tight end from the beginning of the.
No, listen. I
the
fucking
draft?
I picked up Cooks on some like.
Oh
on some,
yeah,
like,
dog,
I'm like
and I
fuck
saw
it.
when
Get
he
me
got
up. I'm like
touchdown,
fuck it.
I'm like, man, fucking bullshit. I was like, fucking bullshit all of a sudden. But I wasn't even mad though because I was expecting to lose this week. So I'm like, all right.
Yeah, listen, and I'm feeling. Here's my shit right now. And Chad, I'm sorry, we're venting in our fantasy football chat a little bit. We'll get started in 12 minutes. But here's my shit, right? I'm playing in 3 leagues. I'm playing in the Galaxy Twitter one. I'm playing at the work one, and I'm playing the one that we play in, right?
Yeah.
And I'm doing okay. Like I'm middle of the road in the both Yahoo leagues. You know, second place, third place in our league. But I haven't won. I haven't got a week where I win all 3 leagues. Every week I've been winning 2, right? So I losing one, and I haven't gotten all 3. I haven't gotten a trifecta
This
yet.
week,
And
well,
this week, same thing. I won 3 and lost the
Uh-huh.
one where I have the best team. Yeah. What do you say, George?
nah, in 3 of my leagues, I lost the only one in the Galaxy one, but in 3 of my leagues, I put in a nice little victory. I was projected to lose by like 30 in one of my leagues. And Murray,
Who went off for you? Oh, Murray.
yeah, no, Murray helped me out.
Hey, Eddie, what up, baby? I can confirm I'll definitely be back after Minnesota.
What up, Carlos?
I don't know about Massa though. I don't know when he's gonna be back.
Masa, you ever coming back?
Nah, he had a baby.
Attending
He
the
just had a
baby
baby.
right now.
Yeah,
Alright,
dog.
come on.
I'm still on my 3-month hiatus too because of the baby.
I don't even think they want you back, dog. Hey, happy birthday, Chris! Congratulations to you, bro.
Hey, happy birthday! No, Jeremy, happy birthday. Not
Jeremy, what the fuck? Hey, listen. Is it real vendetta? You got something against my brother? Let me know.
Nah, man.
Like you've been
nah.
trying to kill him back-to-back weeks, my G. Like it's 2 weeks I see you try to kill him. All right.
I'm okay with him trying to. I'm okay with George trying to kill him.
Yeah.
He you know
I
what?
wanna-
Jeremy deserves it. He deserves to die.
God damn.
Fucking hell. Like, will one of you write a note for mom? Let him know that y'all trying to kill him or not me. She's gonna blame me.
Yeah.
If he dies, she's gonna blame me.
Yeah,
Though.
she's gonna
What'd you
blame
say?
stupid ass friends.
Yeah.
You most likely blame you, dog.
Yeah.
We just say, listen, Masa's out there doing stuff. We don't know. We can't control Masa. We don't know. We try to talk to Masa about what's going on, but he doesn't talk. So all we know is he's just trying to kill Jeremy. So.
Yeah, just blame Masa.
Yeah.
Or
What's
blame
up,
Rudy.
Evelyn? What's up?
Masa, no,
Jesus?
blame Masa because
Chewy.
Masa can't defend himself.
Marlene, how
Like-
are you? It was just birthday on
I
Saturday.
guess.
Yeah, man. How you guys doing? Oh, actually, you know what? Don't answer that because that's how I start my show. I don't want to hear about that shit. I don't want to hear
Not
about
yet.
Well, you want to hear something? That's kind of cool. Remember how I was telling you guys doing work has been busy as shit and back to back, whatever.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I have been doing well. So remember when I told you guys I closed that one deal about
Uh-huh.
2-3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
I just did another one last week. Starts next week, and I'm gonna close another one this week. All perm deals over 100K each.
Yeah. Yeah,
Perm
man.
deal?
What
Perm deals over 100K.
where you at right now? You're ranking like 10% of that? Is that what you're bringing in?
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Come-
We need a studio,
come-
you know that, right? We're in the
Congrats.
negative?
Come fucking congrats.
Remember,
baby.
10% because this is a split with my sales rep. So 10% of the split with my sales rep. So
Okay.
easily about 1,200 for each one of those.
That's
Question.
nice.
Do you still have
But
the same
you know what sucks ass though, because it's commission stuff. Like the tax on that shit is fucking stupid, dogs. At least 40-50%.
Angel, did you hear my
But
question?
tax is gonna be nice for me next year though. What's up?
Angel, do you still have the same laptop
Oh, 4?
for recording?
I'm using my work one right now.
Oh, okay, for sure.
That's the one I've been using because that one works top notch.
All I heard right now is you getting a new laptop with a nice ass camera, dog. So I can see that.
Nah, actually, I don't know. I kind of got the itch to go back to DJing on
Aw.
Saturday. So I don't know. I think my money's gonna go back all to that
Yo,
again.
how are you having? How are you having a midlife crisis in your 20s? How the fuck you? How the fuck you doing? How are you doing midlife crisis in your 20s?
Four of us, if anyone had a midlife crisis in the 20s, who would you think it would be? Like,
Yeah, it makes
get me?
sense. Yeah,
There,
it makes sense.
that's it.
Yeah, come on.
Yo, Fresh SB says, ya no vuelvo a tomar con Jeremy, me retiro. Man, yo, my G, I've been seeing you on Instagram too, getting smacked. I mean, like you taking palms to the
Yo,
chest. I don't know. What the, I'm like, yo, what's going on?
Like, you like that? Is that like some shit?
He,
that you
he has
like,
a fetish
Scott?
shit, huh? Hey,
Yeah.
Well,
to each his
keep
own,
this,
papa.
right? So I left Chris's thing like around 10:30 because I had the babies, and Jeremy was already fucked up.
Yes,
Fucked up.
you was
like,
taking shots
fucked
consistently.
Up at 10:30, and that's not the norm for Jeremy.
No.
Like George is on some
I
type of
don't know.
vendetta that
No,
I'm
yeah.
that I don't
I'm
be part of. Just
Hold on.
let's
You know
just
what's
go on
crazy
record.
that-
Let this go on record for the I don't know, Rudy. How many people we got on right now?
We got 40 people on right now.
Did those 40 people give us a like yet?
No, we only got 9 likes out of 40. Come on now.
Ah,
Well,
yeah,
10
come
because I
on.
just liked myself. But I'm not gonna continue with the story until we get more likes. I'm gonna
Alright.
be
No,
quiet
okay.
until now.
But before that story, you know what's crazy? Jeremy, when I left him in good hands. I was like, hey, Rooney, I got
Oh,
Jeremy.
you left him in good hands?
Yeah.
With Rooney?
No,
No.
listen to Rooney was still chill. When Jeremy told me how the rest of the night played out, I'm like, nah, you're lying. Dog, Jeremy was the one that made sure that Rooney got home nice and safe.
Oh, listen, they got home in the morning, right? Because I was up to like 3:30 and Jeremy wasn't home. I was like, oh, rest in peace, right? I was, I was cool with it. He died. But I guess he got home like at 4:30 in the morning. So, he left like around 4. He come back like around 4.
Hey, some of those shots were on your brother. We were all about to take a picture, and I called him over, but he was already traumatized. So he like brought over all the shot glasses to make sure everyone else died with him. So we were about to take a picture, and he brings out the shots, and Chris is like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And everyone's like, "Oh, you want a shot? Fuck it, Jeremy, take the shot."
Y'all wild, man. What up, Neo Futbolista? What's up, my king?
Oh, and for people that
Oh, shit.
had asked about me DJing the ACB holiday party, it's a no-go. Not gonna happen.
Hey, that shit work, Angel. We went from 9 to 22.
All right.
Heartbeat.
Appreciate y'all.
Yep.
But you know what crazy? I forgot what
Get
the
it to
story was.
30.
You forgot what the story was?
I don't even remember what to say anymore. Well, but listen, I said when there was 40 people at the time, 22. Listen, there's about half people still missing. So the way my memory works, I need more of these likes to bring in my brain cells that I've lost to get that memory back. So
The
you guys
way
made
it
a
works?
story.
Remember what it is. So if we get more likes, Angel, I'll remind you about what you were
All
trying
right,
to
for
say.
sure. All right.
That's a throwback right there. The way my brain works.
Oh,
That's a
yeah.
throwback. That's a
Do
throwback
that.
right there.
The way my brain works.
The way my brain works.
Yeah.
We should have a
Record,
throwback episode of us.
Hey, Masa.
What up, baby?
Congrats on goal 2, right? Goal 2 or goal 1?
Goal 2.
Goal 2.
I
Congrats
connected
on
to
that.
goal 1. Yeah, thank you, baby.
Man.
Appreciate
Congrats
it.
and your baby
That's
again.
what I'm actually doing right now too. I'm on foot app because
Yeah.
I'm trying to make a team for everything I need so I can get my icons.
Yeah, man.
Because you should have a team, dog, that could play.
But I've been
could get
flipping
you
a
those
lot.
icon
Like
packs.
I've been flipping a lot.
Oh.
I've been flipping a lot, so I don't know if I do it, but I'll check it out because I want to get a couple
Dog,
legends.
if I have it, I don't even
Icons
do
in there?
packs. Dog. I have them. I have a League
That's cool.
1 team and a Serie A team. Good enough to play rivals.
Hey Chris, legit, I was a little upset I wasn't going, but I had a kid. I had to be. I was on daddy duties the whole weekend, but then I
You
started
should have
seeing.
bought your baby.
But then I started seeing the shots, and I was like, "Yo, I'm good, man. I don't need to go out."
Nah, you would have been fine. I had Nate and Eli. I only took one shot. I only literally the entire time I was there, only one shot and 2 Michelobs. That's it.
But see, I'm Jeremy's brother, right? And we can get persuaded really quick. You know what I mean? Like, then I take a shot. I'm like,
really?
nah. They're like, nah. I'm like, take a shot. I'm like, nah. Take a shot. I'm like, all right, I'll take a shot. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't
That's
take
fine.
much though. You know, I think I played it right. I think I played it right by not going, Chris. But either way, happy birthday. Congrats on the announcement. Oh, and the cozies, man. I'm a little mad. Jeremy only brought one. He should have brought a few.
I don't think they were to take.
Jeremy didn't bring none. Oh man, I see you, burn Jeremy. Huh? Hey, Chris, it's all Jeremy, dog. Not me, man. Not me. Hey, you guys seen Joker?
Oh, fire! Movie
Yeah,
of the year.
I haven't seen it yet.
Dog. Yeah, dog.
You
Movie.
worth
of the
it?
year.
Now, baby.
It's
I
worth
have
it?
not seen it yet, but I will be seeing it hopefully this week.
Let's go on a date, Angel. Me and you. Fuck these two.
Go tomorrow. It's $6 Tuesday.
Let's go on a date, Angel. Just me and you.
Fuck it.
Fuck these guys. Let's go. Let's go together.
Angel takes shots with him. He says that he's easily persuaded.
I mean, I'm not lying when I say that.
I mean, I took a shot today with one of the reps from the Seattle office that came down. Because I was mad head about the Rams last week against the Seahawks. And I betted the entire office. First one shot. They're like, oh, well, you put your money where your mouth is type of shit. And like, all right, man, fuck it. Doubling down on the Rams, beating the Seahawks in Seattle. So I owe about 10 people in the Seattle office shots. 2 shots each.
Yeesh.
Is that like a Skype call or is that you have to do in person? Which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I have to do it in person. Like some of them travel here every now and then. I already told them, all right, next time I see you guys, if it's not at our next, regional meetup, it's whenever I go up there for. Because I already told them I'm gonna start doing it yearly because they want me to come up yearly to Seattle for the Seahawks.
Well, that means you're still gonna be employed in a year, right? Like
Listen, I
You
committed
know.
to 10 years. So at this point with the Seattle office, so if the LA office wants to fire me, well, guess what? Y'all boys gonna be moving to Seattle.
Fuck, Seattle.
You'll be fight on or what? Fight on?
Huh? Yeah,
Fight.
and win. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
man, that's
Well,
hilarious.
listen, that's the real couple. Not like sorry ass Glenn, Be Nasty, John, all those sorry ass, little Rob, fucking Brian out there telling people, listen up, little fucking pussies. If you guys want to win, like, come on, man, that's fucked up.
This
You know,
couple?
Yeah, that one. That one.
That shit just came up.
Listen. I'd rather be, fight and win, fight and win.
Oh man, that's some shit. We just got a rolling bar at work, which is fucking.
A rolling bar. What the
Which
fuck is a
is
rolling
scary.
bar?
It's a bar with wheels.
Bar on wheels.
So you kind of just move around from office to office, desk to desk, and force people to drink.
Oh,
I've been
we have
ducking.
that already. Just
I'll be ducking. Fuck that. I don't want
we have a fridge just for beer, a little small, and then we have so our team, the tech team, we have a stash where we have all our shit, plus what we have in the back in the tiki room, plus what's in the fridge, plus what each of the people have on their own desk.
See, I don't like the people I work with, so I don't want to drink with them because I might set them off. You know what I mean? I get a little drunk, get a little loose. I don't even like your ass. Get off of here.
Listen, one of the guys from my team, I'm pretty sure he's one day gonna die from some type of either alcohol poisoning or overdose. Cause my man can, listen. You guys think I'm something? This guy's something else.
Scare straight, scare straight. Just show them Jeremy stories. Scare straight.
Nah,
This could be you.
Hey, that's
Listen,
hey,
he would
legit.
chat-
You have
I
no
think
idea. As far as the stories, my bad, Angel. You have no idea how many people just lost their shit my last story when I was watching Power. I was like, I wonder what Jeremy's doing. Everyone's like, you fucking left him by himself. Everyone's like,
Give you the shit, man. And that's the scary part too, because Anna had told me that he had rolled with you, and when I seen you at home and Jeremy was like nowhere to be found, I was like, all right.
Hey, I don't
dead
feel
there.
sorry for Jeremy because he brought that upon himself. He got in the car with me. He was gonna come to my house because he said he didn't want to be there anymore. I'm like, all right, cool. All it took was Rooney to call him to say that Evelyn was on his way for him to
I'm
get out of the
out.
car and stay
I'm out.
with Rooney. That was it. So I don't
Fucking
feel
A,
sorry for
man.
your brother at all.
Yeah.
At all.
I just shouldn't. He's a grown ass man, dog. He's older than you. You shouldn't be. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
All right.
facts. All right, we ready?
No, hold on. Let George get back now because this motherfucker was here the whole time. And when the fucking
And now he wants to leave.
the countdown goes off, the motherfucker wants to leave.
It's because I'm fucking ready to start the show with something.
Yeah. So am I. But let's wait. Let's wait for him. Come on, we give him a little chance. Get some more people in here.
That's cool with
What
me,
we got?
baby.
Like what?
I'm
We got
busy.
42 people. Come on, we gotta get a little more.
I'm busy right now.
You busy with the foot shit?
I just
And we only got
buy
20,
one
we only
more
got 26
player
likes. Can you believe that shit?
It's all right.
to
We'll
get,
push him. We'll push him again. Want to say something? Hey, perfect timing, George.
Yep.
Are you guys ready?
Yo, what up? And welcome to another episode of Straight from the Stands, an unapologetic, unofficial LA Galaxy podcast, hosted by 4 Foul Mouth supporters who bring you their thoughts and views on everything related to LA Galaxy, straight from the stands. I am your co-host Smarts, alongside the always angry Angel, his counterpart level-headed George, and the man with the facts, Masa. This is Straight from the Stands.
Good evening, and welcome to the first ever Straight from the Stands playoff edition Monday Night Show.
Ooh.
Let's go.
We haven't had wait.
We have had a playoff game since
Fucking
we started
mind
this shit.
blown. We haven't had a playoff already. Dog, we might be the bad luck. Let's finish this
Just
podcast.
stop.
What the fuck?
Yeah, man. This is the first in the last two
Purple rain, purple rain,
Shout out to
There we go.
Minnesota.
purple rain, purple rain.
There we go. All right, get it out, Sin. One more time. I know you gotta do it one more time. I know you gotta do it.
Yeah, we lost. Everyone
Oh.
on the drive home.
We
It
ended
just
up with
crashed and shit.
we started with 27 likes. Now we're down to 10. How you doing,
I
boys?
never meant to cause you any pain.
Okay.
Dog,
How you doing, Angel?
just because. Look at George's shirt. If you guys are not on the live YouTube, you do not understand how much George's shirt means to me. Rudy, you know.
Yeah.
Masa, you know. My puppy.
My
My
puppy.
puppy.
Best shit ever.
Come on, listen, my puppy is the best shit ever, dog, and it's Minnesota weekend. As long as United don't fuck around with me this time around, I get there Saturday early after the morning. Some of us are gonna hit Parsley Park. Rest in peace, Prince. One of the goats. I'm gonna be there and, pancakes. Game.
Oh
Wow.
man. George, how you doing?
I just want to make pancakes at Prince's place. That's all. I just want to make pancakes.
Yo, I don't know if you guys heard, but I'm fitness already. I'm healthy. I just
you're
drank a
fitness.
bottle of water today. Brand new, y'all. This ain't me. Whatever y'all seen in the past, leave it in the past. This is brand new me.
Brand
I'm
new
counting
you?
my macros, my micros, my minis, my nanos. I'm counting all that shit. I'm back, y'all.
Hey, Masa, you want to look up and tell me how you doing?
I'm doing great right now.
Yeah.
Do baby.
What to do, baby? Stupid. So, just a fair warning: Masa never speaks, and he's stuck on his FIFA foot app right now, so he might even speak less this episode. But
I'm gonna call Masa right now just so I could
Fuck his shit up, yeah.
Yeah, fuck you, Masa. Pay attention.
All right, boys. Well, we're here on Monday without a game to recap because of the stupid international break. I hate international breaks. Can I just get into the rant 1 second? I
Go ahead. Let it.
I just despise international breaks. I don't like international football. Like I'd much rather be seeing any league. It doesn't have. I mean, Galaxy obviously, right? But it could be any league. I watch Liga MX. I watch anything. I just don't like fucking international football.
You know, with that, I'm completely okay. I'm completely on board with you. But when it benefits our team as far as players being hurt and we needed some extra time, I'm okay with it. But I completely get you. I hate seeing that shit. I even forget because I don't have it set up on my ESPN app to look at the international friendlies and all that.
Yeah.
I'll be like, damn, there's nothing today.
Yeah.
Then I see all the highlights.
Yeah, exactly. YouTube's
Well,
our
I mean, the Euros are going on right now, but listen,
Well,
at this
qualifiers.
point, right, exactly, the Euro qualifiers. At this point, the Euros, just like Copa America and even the Gold Cup, man, it's so trash now.
Yeah.
I only
The
watch them once
Nations
they
Cup?
actually get started. I only
Yeah.
watch them once they get started. and like the whatever. At this point, you're right. Trash, trash, garbage.
I just don't like it. I mean, listen, the USA beat Cuba 7-1, right? Was that the score?
They still conceded a goal. Damn, it was
Maybe I don't know.
garbage.
Maybe don't take my word for it. I didn't watch it. I didn't really pay
I
attention
think it
to
was
it.
7-0.
7-0.
All right.
Like so don't I mean? But come
Well,
on.
listen, still garbage. They should got negative points for not allowing any goals in.
Accurate.
It's
Let's go Bingham was in there
garbage.
to allow an own goal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Fuck David Beckham, dog.
I don't know. I've been enjoying the international break.
You like that shit? What'd you watch? What you watch? Tell me a good game you watch.
I watched Switzerland versus
Denmark.
what the fuck was? Yeah,
Denmark.
that game was fucking nuts, dog. That game was sick as shit.
Casper went off. You told me about that. And I
Oh
seen
my god, dog. Kasper Schmeichel is a fucking goat, dog. That fool legit went off that game. And today I was watching Portugal game. It was not that bad. Ukraine play nice as fuck. Ukraine's a sleeper ass team, dog. They fucking legit. But I'm Euro snob as fuck, so.
Yeah, you know what? And I don't know what it is, but I even like the European qualifiers, like I'm not really into them. All right, but let's get back to what we do. Let's talk about the Galaxy. The Galaxy did not have didn't have a game this week. I haven't heard of any injuries coming out of the
They
national
have a
team.
game every day because they're always playing with my heart.
Playing
Games with my heart. Playing with my emotions too, dog. Everything.
Wow.
Everything.
Wow.
Fucking Galaxy, huh? Yeah.
Like, hey George, you need to
Listen,
chill,
I'm,
right?
I'm pumped right now. I'm excited. Like this
That's
is.
your
I
guy.
have not been as excited and pumped for a podcast in a while. George comes in with that purple rain. I took a fat SL to Rudy, but I'm okay with it. Like I'm content. Listen, I don't have to deal with the Rams right now because they're gonna be shit. Dodgers are eliminated. I'm good. Have that wait. The Kings are gonna be shit. Listen, I'm prepared already for what's gonna happen next weekend. I'm good, man. I'm in a good place right now.
You're sober too, so I'm glad to see that. You know what I mean?
Oh, and
You're not
today
high,
I
you're not
started-
drunk. So
and today I'm back on my bullshit, like my dietary constraints and that shit, and I'm kicking it up a notch. So, listen, I'm good.
you
I'm
do
good.
you do you, boo. You do you.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Mm-hmm.
boys.
Mhm.
As Angel was saying, well, like I was saying, we haven't heard of any injuries coming out of the international break, which is a good thing. Because this weekend we'll play Minnesota in our first playoff game in 2 years. We're playing.
This is also Minnesota's first playoff game, right?
Yeah, yep, it is.
Wow.
It is.
Okay.
It is.
And it's a home game.
It's a home game. And it is what it is, right? We're off to Minnesota. In a game where I am, for some dumb, unexplainable reason, feeling more comfortable than I should be.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna go.
Okay.
I thought you were gonna go different.
Opposite? You thought I was going to opposite
Okay.
that? No.
Yeah.
Listen, it's maybe it's because we didn't talk about it last week and had enough time to forget about Houston. Maybe it's because I've had 3 weeks at this point to forget about Vancouver, and maybe it's because of that Merce track today in the morning, right? Like,
5-star general.
Fired.
yeah,
Ain't no new recruits on this side.
Ooh. Yo, I'm sorry. Like I'm gonna derail this shit again, but tell me that wasn't hot as fuck though. Tell me you weren't hyped as fuck. I was hyped, yo. I was at work. I was like, yo, like low key. So at work, I usually have like a small window where I have just my bullshit, whether it's Twitter, whether it's like whatever, ESPN, whatever I have a small one. When I seen that, yo, like I legit went full screen on a 27-inch iMac. I went full screen for that bitch. I was like, yeah, let me just kick back and watch the whole thing a couple times before I started to go back to work. Yo, shout out to Merce. Shout out to Galaxy for collaborating and putting some shit like that together, because that was
I think he reached out to them too. I think he was the one that kind of said, "Let's make something happen."
yeah.
Yeah.
No,
See.
I seen that tweet, and I'm glad that the Galaxy responded to it and took notice of that, because that's just fire. That shit got me hyped.
Hey,
That shit got me
also
hyped.
big ass fucking shout out to Antonio, our Antonio leadership, Magana. Oh boy's been pushing that shit agenda. Apparently he has like the hardest of hardest, aubergines he can
Potencia.
have. Of aubergines he can have. If you know what aubergine is, go Google that shit.
Spell it
That
for
he
me
could
one time.
possibly aubergine. They could probably it's AUB over ERGENE, I think it is. Yeah. Oh, I know. Listen, I'll tell you the origins of how I even know that. You're gonna laugh. Anyways, aubergine for Merce, and shout out to him because he has a badass care package that he put together for Merce that he's gonna be sending over directly from supporters, not like some FO done thing, which is cool, I guess, if they did it, but no, this is coming straight from us. We obviously, as a lot of people know, Merce was in New York for the game
Yeah.
earlier this year when we were all out there. Him and Antonio exchanged, information, and he was more than happy and willing to rock that G shit, legit from someone like Antonio, who's been a legitimate supporter and follower of Murs forever, forever.
Yep.
So that if you guys see any shit coming up in the near future from Murs, rocking any ACB gear, just G's gear in general. Well, I don't know about G's gear, but any ACB gear, that's give Antonio some love and credit for that, because that's his doing. He's been on that agenda for a minute. Tough, good shit, dog.
Yeah, good shit. Good shit on the Galaxy part. Good shit on Murs, getting me hyped up, making me forget about everything. But now let's get back into it and talk about it. Right, we're going into Minnesota, and I saw this right now, just maybe right before we got on. So I was prepping for the show. We have yet to lose to Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Two.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said. We're yet to lose to Minnesota. Right. We haven't beat them at their house, but we got 2 draws at the house, and we won at home. Man, I don't know. I don't know, man. I think the boys had a break. The ones that went into international break had a break. Zlatan had a break. We're hearing that Alessandrini looked good in that 70-minute scrimmage he had last
Who scrimmaged?
week. I'm not sure. I was just happy to hear that Alessandrini did. Right, we're talking to
Field.
And he supposedly he looked
Brennan.
well. He was gelling with the team. He came out fine, healthy, no injuries, nothing else to go. So all signs point to Juni's is roaring. He's ready. He's fucking. Just,
I mean,
yeah.
I would really be surprised if he's
Roaring?
not in the. What happened?
I wouldn't say roaring. I'm still,
Yeah.
hesitant. I'm happy that he's on the field. That's what I'm happy about.
No, but I'm saying it sounds like he is that. I'm not saying the G's are or we are. I'm saying that he is.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm fine with the G's. I'm not that sure about him, which we have questions about, so we'll get to it.
Yeah,
All right.
listen, I would be really surprised if we don't see him at minimum the 18 this game coming up against Minnesota.
Well, do you want to drop that confirmation, or do you not want to drop that confirmation?
Go for it. They didn't specifically say we can't talk about it, and they know we're the host of the show, so
Yeah, exactly. It's funny because when they mentioned that, they laughed. Well, it was a smirk, so like they knew.
Yeah.
But listen, we can confirm that Romano Sandrini is going to be in the 18-man roster for Minnesota. Now, whether he starts, obviously has to be determined, but he's definitely at least going to be on the bench.
I mean, did we expect anything other than that though?
I mean,
Listen,
I'm sorry.
At this point, and Rudy's proof, we were there together, and I big Chichi's mom up because I had already thrown in the towel on Juni this season. Because we mentioned this a few episodes back. What's the point of him coming in now? Like if he's not good to go, then just that's it. Don't even waste your time with him unless he really is. Because I was hoping to see him at least 20 minutes with Vancouver, another 55 minutes against Houston.
Yeah.
Just so you can actually get real game time. Real game time.
Yeah. So to answer the question, I thought we would see him in the 18 2 games ago, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I again, we're hearing this from people in the front office that he should be in for the 18. He's healthy. He's looking good. So man, that's just an added weapon to the cause for the playoffs. Let's start. Let's treat this almost like a tailgate, and let's start talking about lineups. We're coming into our first playoff game in 2 years. First playoff game under GBS, obviously. Let's talk about. I mean, goalie. We're gonna have Bingham unless he.
Before we get into lineups, I have a question about a player. I don't know if we know an update on Joe Benny.
No, no update. But from
Last
COG,
time I seen he was in a boot.
yeah. But from COG, is saying is a toe sprain.
Okay.
It's nothing to do with his knee. So I was completely wrong. My mind's playing tricks on me. But apparently it's a toe sprain.
Okay.
And I guess the boot is just for stability, which makes sense. So
Let's assume he's good.
even if he's not, like, it's not long term, right? Like, so I think he can make it at least to the 18. Worst comes to worst, you know what I mean?
Okay. All
We
right.
get past them,
All right.
we'll see him further ahead. But let's do lineup. I think, fearing that Bingham has like a torn hamstring or some shit like that, like he's gonna play. Yeah. Okay, that's a little aggressive, but okay. And so I think he's gonna play.
You want
Can-
Slamson?
No, you don't want
Lamson.
Lamson, though.
At this point, I just don't want anyone. I'd
don't
rather
want Lamson,
play,
though.
add an extra attacker, and just. And we're gonna concede a lot of goals anyway, so might as well just leave the goal open and just add an extra attacker and let's see if we can score more than they can score on us.
Hey man, hey Full Monty, for real? You gonna call me out like that? He said, not the first time you were completely wrong. You gonna call me out like that? Yeah, I'm gonna put you on screen just for that one. I'm gonna leave that one here for a little bit. Yeah, no. So can we agree that Bingham is gonna start? Right, Bingham has to start.
Yes.
Right.
Anybody else other than go.
And then now let's talk about this backline because last game we started with Pipo and Polenta.
We saw what happened.
So we go back Steres Polenta.
I personally, me 100%. I would have never.
I mean,
from Houston.
didn't we also have against Vancouver? Didn't we also have Polenta and Steres?
Yeah, we did.
I mean, so it's not like it's getting any better. It's not any worse nor any better. It's just.
I would say it got worse.
Okay.
I would say yeah. I mean,
it's arguable. It's arguable.
Listen, that's arguable. We lost to Vancouver as well at home.
Scoring like 2, no?
So listen.
But can I? So here, let me throw this. Which pairing do you prefer? Which pairing do you think looks better?
Listen,
Steres.
I prefer Polenta and Steres. I'm just saying that if you're talking about, hey, it's the better pairing, that's arguable.
Yeah,
that's arguable. I'm just gonna go off the data that we've had for the entire season, where that has been the more constant, pairing. Which I'd rather have that than have, Pipo and Steres or Pipo and Polenta. Like, just listen, give me that same the back two that have been there for the majority of the season, regardless of how shit they've been the last few weeks. Because let's be honest here, they both Polenta and Steres have. I think more Polenta has been more trash.
Polenta,
than Steres has been over the last few weeks. But again, we're talking about which pairing we'd rather see. Lesser of two evils type of thing, right? Or pick your poison type of shit.
Pretty much.
I'd rather pick my poison, with. So I'd say, like, to me, Polenta and Steres is like Jolio and Roommate. Jolio and wow. Romeo and Juliet. Wow. Romeo and Juliet. Listen, I know my shit. Listen, I'm just a little excited right now because I'm already thinking about Minnesota. But, Romeo and Juliet type of shit.
You good there?
Yeah, listen, I am. You know what? I think I drank the poison already. That's why I'm dying a little bit.
All right.
I'm already dying.
Let's agree.
You get the point, though.
Let's agree to Steres and Polenta as center backs.
Yes.
Right. Left back.
Dave Robney.
No.
I'm gonna say
Shelvick.
I'm a gamble.
You gonna go with Shelvick?
I'm a gamble. I'm gonna hope for the best, and I'll gamble with Shelvick.
Making a face.
If we're gonna get scored on, get scored on, regardless, who's better going forward?
Shelvick. Hands down.
So I'm gonna gamble with Shelvick.
Accurate.
I'm making a face because I've been drinking the Shelvick out juice for so long.
Me too.
Listen, I was chilling throughout the whole season. The last 2 games, I want him out. But to Masa's point, that's accurate as fuck. So you're right, Doug. I don't know shit.
But listen, I'm gonna back you up though. I think it's Romney though. I think it's Romney.
I mean, I think so too. I'm saying, like, if I had to choose, I'm just gonna gamble with Georgian. Don't even come back down to defend, dog. Just go forward.
Just stay up there.
Yeah.
God damn.
So we split on this, right?
Well, that's the case. No, I'm not even gonna gamble. Never mind. Yeah, Jorgen, Polenta, Steres, and Felster. Back line.
Yeah, I think right side we're straight with that. I'm gonna disagree with you guys just in the back line and just say it's Romney instead of Shelvick.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see, right? I think we're split on that left back as we should be because none of the two are really convincing. So. It is what it is. One of them is going to get the start, I'm pretty sure.
That shit sucks, dog, because by now we should have not...
It's playoffs.
Playoffs? We should exactly.
Like, what the fuck?
I think pushing forward, everything's set in stone. And the problem is that our fucking defense. We just spent 10 minutes on our defense not knowing what we want. We're trying to pick our poison.
I mean, more like 3 minutes, but, 10 minutes is cool, too, I guess.
No, because we did the whole Steres thing.
3 minutes is cool, I guess, but yeah.
All right.
Like 15 minutes.
Fine, whatever. So let's move on to the midfield. If Corona's healthy, then it's Corona, Jonah, and Legit.
I don't agree.
Yep.
No, you don't agree. Okay, tell me why you don't agree.
If he's healthy, you don't agree with that.
Even if he's healthy, I don't agree with that shit one bit.
What's your
Fabio is our cam, our true cam. We're obviously gonna concede goals. I don't give a shit what anyone says. That back line doesn't matter who's back there. We're still conceding goals. We need our best options to attack and to score as more goals as possible. Fabio is the only true cam that we have right now. I don't want to see the Jet anywhere near that shit right now. I know how great he had been playing during his absence, but if Fabio is raring and good to go, Fabio, listen, we've been seeing this before his injury. Fabio with Zlatan and with Pavon, those three were doing good. As a matter of fact, we argued that pairing wise, Pavon and Fabio just had something completely different that no one else had in that squad with Pavon.
But you know what? But I think it's the opposite though, right? I think the way you're saying it is the opposite. It's Fabio got a bump when Pavon came in because Pavon could do it by himself.
Well, yeah.
Right?
The point is together.
But
they play different, and I need that again. That what they had before he got injured. I need that up top because it's gonna happen.
I disagree
I know
with you.
I know we had a conversation about this. We forget how good Fabio was before the injury, which is 100% accurate. But I think the way that Jonah and Leggett gelled to that position, whoever was playing, is more vital than to how Pavon is gonna gel with Fabio, because Pavon could gel with anybody around there. The vital position is gonna be Sebastian and Jonah.
Yeah,
That's
and my take on that too is like I think with Leggett, Jonah, and Corona, we have stability in the midfield, which I like. Right, I think
we have stability in the midfield with Leggett and Jonah.
Yeah. So I again, I think we lose some stability with Fabio.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what.
Right? So
It's our opinions.
Yeah.
So I'll be the outlier here, and I'll say that I go with Fabio up top, well, in that camera, and I'm gonna go with Leggett and Jonah because that's been that's been the pairing I prefer the entire season. This whole season in that true midfielder role.
So what's your take on that midfield?
I fuck with Fabio heavy, but something about Corona getting benched, and when Fabio went down, when he came back, that was a Corona that reminded me when he was playing in Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
And that Corona is too good to leave out of the 11. For me personally, I think.
But then you can also make an argument for Fabio, and you can make an argument for Leggett. The only one that it's no brainer for sure is Jonah. Right, and then with the other three, you can make an argument for why one should or why shouldn't.
Yeah, listen, and that's where we're going to be split on this.
Which is a good problem to have. It's a good problem to have.
Yeah, it's a good problem. It's a bad problem for GBS. A good problem for if someone's not having a good game, then you can make that sub. So, I mean, I'm cool with whatever because I like Fabio so much. I think he sees shit that a lot of our midfielders don't see, but. Corona, this last couple strings, like these strings of games that he had after coming back when Fabio went down, it's been a different monster. Like
he has to improve.
He's been key in a lot of the bigger games like KC and I think which one was it that we won? Burley won. What the fuck? What game was that? I forgot.
Impact and Salt Lake.
Yeah, Salt Lake game. I think he was key in that game. So.
All right. So make a call.
I like Corona, but.
Make a call. What's your midfield?
If Corona's ready, I'm going Corona.
So what's your midfield?
Bench Fabio. Jonah, Corona, and Leggett playing cam.
Cool.
Because Leggett's been on fire too lately too.
Yeah, I agree.
It's kind of hard.
I agree. George, what's your call on the midfield?
I see both of the sides, but I like the way that Joe Benny was playing before anything happened, so I'll go with him.
Yeah, we all have short-term memory as fuck.
No. I'm not against Fabio at all. But I'm saying Fabio has been the least to play these consecutive games. And if I want stability, I don't want to change that up. We're changing up the defense. We're going to change it. I want the most what's the word that the most recent team that's played together. And I don't think Fabio did did an okay job in Houston, but personally I would like to see Joe Benny out there. I'm not saying Fabio's bad. Yeah. Fabio was great before the injury, was great before anything happened. Honestly, I would have hoped he never would have gotten the injury and we would have just been stable with Fabio going into the playoffs. But listen, like we said, it's a good problem to have, but I'm going with Joe Benny, and hopefully Fabio brings a spark off the bench.
And you know what? Go for it. My bad. Hearing George talk made me change my mind.
So you going Fabio?
I can't agree with George because
you don't like him, or
I love George. Nah, you know what? I just got reminded when he was speaking. It had nothing to do with what he said, but this is a one-off game, right? Yeah. I'm going with Fabio. We need the goals. We need the creativity.
Exactly.
So if it's a one-off. It was a 2-leg. Yeah, I'll fucking go Corona away and Fabio at home. But since it's a one-off game, I'm going Fabio. Fuck that.
We'll see.
We need to go all out, dog. We can't chill. Fuck that. We're going Fabio. I'm going Fabio.
You know, Fabio.
Regardless, he's not going to
Thank
go
you.
the full 90. We know he's not going to go the
Yeah.
full 90.
But
Yeah,
that's not
but
the
I mean-
point, though.
No,
Well, listen,
Fabio
no,
gives
no,
me
no,
like a
no.
good 65, 70 minutes
You-
of
you-
fucking creating a bunch of shit. I'll take that in a heartbeat.
You know what's good about all this though? We've been going back and forth about who should start in the midfield, and it's it's a way different tone than when we're talking about defense,
Accurate.
right? Because right now we're talking about the what the pros that each one of them bring instead of how bad. Which is worse, right? We're talking about which is better instead of which is worse. Again, I'm gonna stick with my guns, and I'm gonna say it's Jonah, Corona, and Leggett if they're available.
Pero es que vos que sabes de fútbol, Rudy.
Sé todo,
Ese
viejo, como
portero,
sabes,
no,
¿no?
I'm
Como
kidding.
sé, yo miro todo. No, that's the midfield I like more. So we'll see, right? Again, we don't even know status on Corona, so it might even be a argument for no reason. But either choice, I think, whether it's Corona or Fabio, not really a horrible choice there. And on top, of course, we're gonna have Zlatan. On the left, we're gonna have Pavon, and on the right, we're gonna have Antuna. Right?
Intonation.
No argument there.
Fuck that.
Oh, okay. We have no
There's
Romano
gonna
argument.
be no
Alessandrini
fucking
start
way. There's
right
no way
side.
that you're gonna bench.
Romano
There's no way you're
Alessandrini.
benching him.
And fucking Pavon,
You're
dog.
doing this. You're doing this for the
Pavonation,
likes. Shut up, dog.
vergation.
You're doing this for the likes.
Hell
So
yeah.
no. So you
Listen, I can
clickbait.
I can confirm, nor deny, that we were told that Junior's gonna be 18. I think he's probably gonna start.
I don't think it's I don't think it starts.
If I'm GBS, I would not agree with that at all.
Me neither.
Bullshit. But I know you.
Oh, you're not GBS though.
Yeah, exactly. I would have actually been undefeated this season.
You sure about that?
Oh,
Listen,
man.
we know about the teams that you manage, and you're not doing pretty well with those.
Sure, dog. What you mean? My fantasy football up notch.
All right, let me bring these up just for the fucking shits and giggles. Fomont says, can we talk about Panias over Antuna? Can we all just tell him shut up?
Nah.
That's big negative.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm pretty sure, like, I'm a big fan of Panis. Love the guy.
Yeah.
Hey, boy.
But Masa mentioned this a few episodes back, one of the episodes where I wasn't there, and obviously I just followed up on it. Antuna's playing with a different type of swagger the last few games. As a matter of fact, I think it's been like at least about a month and a half or so. He's looking at the type player that we went out to get for that loan. I get it, right? For that, I can still make an argument why it doesn't make sense to go after him on a perm deal. Completely can make that argument. But over the last month and a half, listen, there's something about his game that's changed. He's been more composed on the ball. He's not afraid to take players on. He looks like an actual winger when he has the ball. It seems like he kind of slowed down a bit to make sure that he has the ball. But he's just so fast that it's not really that obvious. Listen, that goal in Houston was a big indication of how far he's come this season. Inside the box, where he could have probably done something else stupid, with 2-3 men around him, was able to compose himself and lay a good ball, nicely weighted, to Pavonation Vergation to put in that goalization. Right?
Listen, so let me ask him, right?
I dig it.
Let me ask him. So you put Panias in the situations he had against Salt Lake. Does Panias, and I'm not like this, I get it, he's not going to run the way that Antuna runs. I'm just saying, let's put him in the situations that Antuna had against Arcel. The 2 chances he had in front of goal. Does Panias do better than that?
Yeah, he puts those away,
Yeah, he
for
finishes
sure.
them. He finished them.
The question
So-
the question is, does he get into that
He doesn't.
space? Because he doesn't have the
He
speed.
doesn't have the speed.
At least
100%. So what I wanted to get to is I agree 100%. I don't think he has a chance to start.
Yeah.
But if this thing goes extra time, that's somebody I like to have in back pocket. You know what I mean? Because if we could find him
Okay, well then the question would be
anywhere on top,
question would be,
anywhere.
if that is the case, let's say hypothetically speaking, and we're not even getting to talking about the game yet. Obviously,
No, we're just talking about lineups.
yeah, and we'll get to it. Hypothetically speaking, let's say we get to it. Extra time, you're gonna make that sub if you're GBS.
I don't think that there's
Do you-
any scenario that Chris Pontius comes into this game.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
And that's what I was gonna ask. Do you? Again, let's just assume that it's still the same 90. Nothing has
Yeah.
changed yet. You have your entire bench to pick from.
Uh-huh.
You're looking at your bench. Let's just, for the sake of conversation, let's just say in our bench we're allowed 5 on the bench, right? Let's say we have Pontius, Let's say we have Joe Benny.
Uh-huh.
Let's say we have Carrasco. We'll put Romney in there because he's, obviously a versatile player. So, and then we have
Alessandrini.
Alessandrini.
Uh-huh.
If you GPS, if you obviously need
Depending
to
on
win, who are you taking? Who are you going
who
in?
just got
No,
hit.
we're just talking about Antuna. We're talking about Antuna coming up.
Oh, Antuna?
Who are you?
Oh,
Yeah, who are you picking?
that.
Of the five.
Greeny.
Ratatouille, get your stupid in the Ratatouille to start.
You just call him Ratatouille?
Yeah, Ratatouille.
Allez, garçon, allez. There you go. Exactly, and that's where the conversation. Think of it that way. That's your answer. There's no, and now I'm with George on that one. You know what's the only scenario where I see Chris Pontius coming in? The only scenario, and you guys are not gonna want to hear this.
What?
If we're
If
down.
something happens, no, something. Well, actually, so two scenarios then. That one, if we're down, right? Obviously, you're gonna pull one of your wing backs, or you know what? As a matter of fact, you pull out Stairs, and you just play long fucking ball. Just let the big bodies go up there, and you're gonna put Chris Pontius up there for that reason, or Zlatan gets injured, because he's the only player that can actually play as striker.
Nah, there's another scenario in there.
Which one?
Ratatouille gets injured walking into the fucking field.
Okay, that's fair, but listen,
I legit think you could pivot. You could pivot and almost play with two strikers with Pontius if we're in extra time or if we're down a goal. So I think we'll
Pontius
pivot. And I
is the
think
Romney of the attackers.
the forward, the attackers, yeah, because he's playing the wing, he can play, striker, exactly, yeah.
Yeah, but again, right? Like I like having Pontius in the back pocket when it comes to situations like that.
Always.
Right,
Just think of the goal he scored. The last one he scored. That was like shout out to Zlatan for bringing it down. But the way he was running one way, he saw that Zlatan was gonna win the ball. He took a step back and he changed his direction, and he scored that goal, putting his body forward, all hustle.
Yep.
I like Chris Pontius a lot, and he's a he's a clinical finisher.
Parties, man. Party boy is fun.
Party boy is fun.
So,
yep.
I mean,
Ratatouille.
if we're going two strikers, they're gonna bring them in.
I think so.
Hey
too.
George, okay, I think that's the funniest shit you ever said on this podcast ever in your life. Get your Ratatouille ass up in there.
Maybe, yeah.
Man, that's so funny to me because I saw the movie. I get it.
That movie's top notch, dog.
Yeah, that is.
So it reminds me of Germs cooking.
That's actually accurate. Oh shit, Jeremy's a Ratatouille. Oh, you're Ratatouille, motherfucker.
All right, let's move on and talk a little bit about Minnesota. Minnesota plays in a similar formation as we do, right? With a line of four in the back, the two center midfielders, and then three attackers with a single striker. And they also has some speed, right? When it comes to Quintero, when it comes to Finley, and even Ibarra, like he has some speed on him. Their striker is a little tank who can move. So we should see our defense kind of have to deal with him.
Even Ike Parra got speed. That team is full of speed everywhere.
Ike Parra right now is playing like the defensive player of the year again.
Fuck him. He was supposed to come to us too. Piece of shit.
Listen, we fucked up. We should have picked
him up. Remember when it was in talks?
Yeah, we should have picked him up. That would have been a nice pickup. But listen, their attacking four are not something we could brush aside, right? Especially given the looks that we have with our defense sometimes, right? When they just fall asleep. Can you imagine falling asleep when Rodriguez falls back and lets Quintero run in? We could get caught.
Runs are crazy. Yeah.
We could get caught, right? Or Finley.
We've always
mentioned
that about our defense. We've always mentioned that about our defense. The one of the many ways people fuck us over, but I think the biggest way that people fuck us over is the runs that we don't see.
Yeah. Well, they should listen, because they're blind, right? Like they're three blind mice in the back. Because like some of these runs are super obvious, but this team could do that. And it's one thing that that concerns me about this team is the fact that they have that. And teams like Houston could do it to us. Teams like Vancouver could do it to us. A team that's well composed like Minnesota.
You know what the difference is, though? And obviously, we're not to predictions yet. We'll get there. But I don't want what I'm going to say right now be an indication nor a tone of what I think the outcome is going to be. The difference to me between Vancouver and this game is I still do feel that the Vancouver game, we kind of felt like we're just a better team. And we didn't go out there and own that shit from the beginning. Hence why we ended up losing, right?
To quote Massa.
Right, cruise control, exactly. Yeah, cruise control. Boom.
Mhm.
Mass as fuck. We talked about this early in the season. Obviously, granted, this was early in the season, but especially when Minnesota was playing one of the best football at the beginning of the season, well, at least not beginning of the season, but early in the season, we talked about how could we stop that team, and we
Mm-hmm.
made an emphasis to address his speed. Darwin Quintero's speed, that he is the player on that team. This is the biggest reason why I do want Shelvick on that wing. This is because on top of that, he's Pavon's also playing on the left side, right? Pavon, we've seen that he actually does trek back to defend. He runs back. On top of that, you add the speed element that Shelvick has. Even if Shelvick's gonna get out of body or whatever it is, Shelvick at least has the speed to keep up with that guy, to get back there, to do those things. And in my situation, if I'm GBS, if I'm Dominic Kinnear, who's supposed to be more the defensive mind, you know these things. You got to coaching. This is gonna be on coaching. We know that Shelvick obviously is not the player we want to be in that left back role. But if you're the coach, you talk to him, you instill this in his mind. Stay on his inside at all times. Stay on his inside, no matter what's going on.
Okay.
Stay on his inside. Stay on his inside. Stay on his inside at all fucking times. And
So-
it doesn't matter.
He's
So
done
let
it
me,
before.
but no,
Most-
but okay, I'm sorry. Let me cut you off for 1 second and let me ask something. When I hear your points about the speed and just the athleticism that Shelvick has, because I think it's obvious that he's more athletic and more up to par with the speed that this team could bring, right?
Right.
But when you're talking about defensive minded, when you talk about just defense smarts, you actually think that the Shelvick has more smarts and defensively than
No.
Romney?
I don't.
Hold on. Then Romney, I think they're probably up to par if you ask me when it comes to
Oh, really?
Mm,
Yeah,
I-
yeah, I do. The Shelvick
Okay,
gets so
that's fine.
much shit. Shelvick gets so much shit because of his price tag. If we're talking
No,
about
no.
No,
Defensive
no.
minded, he's
to me,
trash.
defensively,
He's
they're
trash.
both just as I
agree with that.
don't care for either one or the other. I don't care for either one or the other. My thing is, at what I said, right? At that element, you tell Shelvick stay on the inside. If he gets beat, you tell that right center back, which in this case is going to be Steris, hey, you as the captain in the back, I'm not saying the actual captain, but you as being the person actually watching what's going on, being the fucking eyes, you need to pay attention to what's happening to Quintero and Shelvick. If Shelvick's ever caught on the inside of him or is in front of him when we're not on the attack or anything of that nature, you need to scream at him and you can tell him, hey, inside, inside. Or if Shelvick's already getting caught off guard, you need to tell your other center back, hey, Polenta, I'm shifting slightly in to cover the inside because Shelvick's dumbass is about to get beat. That's defensive stuff that you got to keep
Listen,
track of.
I think you're asking too much of our defense. I think we've been asking a lot about. This is exactly what we've been saying halfway through the season. There's
But
no
we did earlier this
communication.
year, though.
There's no. I don't think there's been a game where there's been a leader in the back. The times that Polenta's been a good defender, he's been a good solo defender. It doesn't mean he's a leader. And I think we're asking a lot, especially from someone like Daniel Sterr. Everyone has been a good solo defender. As a leader, I don't think it's there in the back.
Well,
so
listen,
I think
playoffs at this point, you have to do it.
But,
And now
but
we're
that's
gonna
the thing.
take that ourselves.
That's what I'm scared of, right? Because we haven't done it this whole season, right? And to make those defensive adjustments in a week and a half that we had a break, I don't think is going to happen, right? And again,
I
so
think those are
I
adjustments that should have been made.
yeah, and I agree with you when you talk about like who has a better shot at keeping up with the pace that Minnesota brings. Shelvick, I think that's 100% right. But I think that who's smarter defensively to contain Quintero, I think it might be Romney, right? And that's not full confidence either, because I'm not gonna say that Romney is the guy, but I think he has more smarts when it comes defensively that he could contain. I am smarts. I feel like he could contain Quintero or Finley or anybody coming down his flank better than Shelvick has. My biggest thing with Shelvick is this whole time is how these lapse in judgment defensively that he's had and shown not only this year but the year before that. He's constantly shown it to me. I mean, you guys remember maybe a month or so back, I went on a rant because of Shelvick. I said I didn't want to see him again.
That sounds about right.
I remember.
I remember you. I just don't remember what it was about.
And it
exactly.
was about like not reading the play and making dumb decisions. And I'll stick to that again. Right, I hear your points about the speed. I just don't think he's smart enough to contain somebody like Quintero, especially because Quintero is smart as fuck.
I don't know. I disagree. I mean, the away game we did against LAFC,
What happened there?
or he got a card, right? And they took him
Early
out.
card.
They took him out at halftime,
And that changed the game.
And then the game changed completely.
Mhm.
But he had that game unlocked. If it wasn't for that card, which I'm okay with players getting cards, whatever. It is what it is.
But then you have to make that
He
move.
got taken out early. No, he
Well,
got taken
then-
out early because he was
okay.
also making dumb fouls in the
But
first
see, this
45
is-
minutes.
oh,
That's not.
I
That's
don't know.
not.
I don't know if it's dumb. I don't agree that they were dumb.
Like he could have got a red card.
No.
He could have red card.
He could have gotten a red card in that game.
I agree with
Easily.
George. I hate to say it, but I agree with George.
But were they dumb fouls though? You said they're
I-
dumb fouls.
I-
I don't know if they were dumb
I'm
fouls.
making, no, they're not dumb fouls, but I think
You
it's
just
not
said they were
smart
dumb
to know
fouls,
that-
though.
I could just say
Okay,
it.
when you're on a yellow, it's a dumb foul.
Accurate.
If the foul needs to be made, the foul needs to be made.
I make my headers my fans.
No.
That-
Again, right? Let's. So other than that, again, Rodriguez, their striker is a little tank. He can move and he's physical. I think, my opinion, Polenta's gonna have to really step up and make sure that from the jump he feels them. You know, and we've seen him do it. We've seen Polenta.
When he has to play physical, he
He
does.
does-
Like
and
when
he
he
lets
has
him
to come
early,
and be
yeah.
that player. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think he'll have to do that this game, and only with Rodriguez, who's their striker, right? Because I think you try to get physical. Quintero is just gonna move aside and let you look like a fool because he has that quickness. So I think when it comes just to a striker, you have to get a little physical with him, but you have to be very wary because he likes to drop down and play that false nine and let the wing backs, so Ibarra and Finley and Quintero run in front of him. With 1-2, so I think we have to be very worried, man. This is the one thing I'm scared of. I am a little concerned with is the fact that they're dynamic. There's not a team that's
Tengo
gonna.
miedo.
Yeah, tampoco. I say I'm a little hesitant about it. I'll take that back.
Okay.
I'll take that back. But this team is very dynamic when it comes to their attacks, and I think it's something that we've seen we struggle with, right? When it's not a cookie cutter, I'm coming down the middle or I'm going to the flank, crossing in. We struggle a little bit more when they're a little more dynamic and there's runs without the ball, right? And that's what my concern here is that these guys can run, good without the ball.
Yep.
Do you? And I don't follow Minnesota enough to tell you, hey, this is gonna be the lineup and this why this player was going on. But is the lineup that they had against Minnesota? I mean, against Seattle Sounders, their main squad? Because I'm going through the lineups from the last few, just in general, the last 5 games or so. That Rodriguez guy only started that game. Other than that, they've had this toy guy up top. They've had this load guy. They've had this load guy on the left wing, Molina on the right, Quintero has been Cam, and then there's been different iterations where you also see Ethan Finley and you don't see Ethan Finley. Sometimes he's on the bench, and then Miguel Ibarra doesn't show on here until I think like 4 or 5 games back. So I don't know if he's been injured.
Yeah,
I really don't know.
I
don't know the situation. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. But I'm just
I
looking
think
at it.
I think I'm looking at like the best available, right, or quote unquote best available, current form or whatever. I don't know. I do recognize the guys I was talking about, and that's why I speak about them. And again, like you said, I'm not like a Minnesota fan, so I don't follow them too closely. But if I'm picking a team that's kind of the team that I will go with. Although like I said, I don't know form, right? I don't know their form, so that might be right. Because I know Quintero had a stint where like he wasn't really being a starter. He was coming off the bench for a few games. So
the only constant that I see here is Alonso.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously, like you're right.
Seattle's
Yeah.
Alonso?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Apara too, right? Like other than like his.
Well,
he's been
yeah, obviously, but I'm not talking about the back line. I'm thinking about
Attacking
obviously
for it.
our biggest concern is our defense,
accurate.
right? Our offense is fine. Our offense is going to score goals no matter what. Anyways,
but even at that, right? Like one thing, even in the highlights you see is like these guys come at you with speed, and again off the ball a lot. So two things that concern me: the guy's gonna have to step up. Period. Just period. Right? Like no time to fucking sit back. You gotta stay focused the whole 90 minutes or more, depending on what the result is. But these guys cannot fall asleep because these guys will take advantage of you if you're not on your toes.
Ooh,
so I'm
damn.
hoping for that.
getting advantage taken while you're sleeping. That
Oh,
Listen,
I
I do
don't
not
know.
I do not condone
Yeah.
none of this shit.
Yeah,
That's
you
not
gotta
what
be
I'm talking
careful.
about. Listen,
You gotta be
I am
careful.
talking-
Jay
Though.
undefeated 7 is not in this
Listen,
conversation.
AF96 did not say that.
I am talking.
Okay.
I'm talking about football. I'm talking about like, you not being aware of your man mark. That's all I'm
okay.
talking about. Oh,
All right.
not going there.
Mm.
What the fuck?
Mm.
What's wrong with
Mm.
you? All right,
No,
boys.
with you said it.
So is you mentioned Alonso in the midfield, right? I think it's a great matchup, right? Because I think in that midfield, it's Alonso, who I think is it's solid midfielder, versus my favorite midfielder of the whole fucking league, Jonah. All right. And they both play similar role where they I think their first task is to disrupt a play.
Yep.
And then create from there, right? I think they both have similarities that way. I'm interested to see that midfield battle. Angel, do you still have like the recent lineups up? Is Gregus been the guy who's paired up with Alonso? Can you confirm that?
That's what some of them have seen, but I can tell you right now. How many games do you want me to go back?
No, just a few, just the last few maybe.
Yeah, it seems like Gregus is definitely in that lineup. Here, I can tell you right now. For example, Seattle Sounders, he was paired with, where are we at? With Dodson.
Okay, somebody else.
Okay, there goes Dodson. Against LAFC at home, he was paired up with Gregus. And actually, you know what? That one, he was on the bench. I just realized that shit.
Alonso was on the bench?
Oh, you know what? He wasn't even in the lineup. You know, he probably may have had some type of
injury, red card,
or something, or some injury. Because, yeah, he's not there. It's Gregus and Alum, right? And then against Minnesota, they won 2-1.
Against Minnesota, huh?
And that one, against Sporting Kansas City. And that one, they were paired, Alonso and Gregus. Well, but one thing that we are noticing here is that definitely that Gregus guy has
also
been
constant
in important games, at least, right? Home games. And then before that was Portland. Let's see, Portland. Alonso, Gregus. So I guess so far, just, going 4 games, 3 of those 4 games.
There's the pairing.
Game, obviously, Gregus has been playing in that other midfield role, whether Alonso is in or is not in.
Yeah, again, right. So, again, I think they have a strong midfield that their job also is to contain and disrupt, while their attacking four is the one who really puts in the work. So it's going to be, again, the similarities in lineup is going to be interesting to see, because we'll see a lot of almost man marking or man matchups, right? Because we lined up in a similar way. It's gonna be interesting. I have to say, like, I'll take Jonah in Corona or Jonah and Leggett over Alonso. Although I do respect Alonso a lot, because I think he's quality in midfield. Maybe I don't know if he's at in a dip, but he's definitely quality in my opinion.
Still solid.
Yep. All right, and then so we talked about defense, we talked about the midfield a little bit. We got Pavon, we got Zlatan, we got Antuna, who's a tier down, but Zlatan and Pavon. Is there any reason to think that Opara in his back four can stop Zlatan and Pavon?
You know what? I think they stopped Zlatan. I think this is a game where someone other than Zlatan needs to show up. I think Opara is gonna match up well. I don't think he's gonna fully stop him, but I think the attention that he gets opens up the space for someone else, which I hope it's a Pavon.
Here's a question: Do they sit back and kind of and try to contain him and have them in front of him, or are they pressing him the whole game? Or are they on his ass? Minnesota,
the Galaxy or
no. So the defense on Zlatan. Do they kind of sit back and kind of like make sure he's always in front of them, or are they on his ass and always pressure on him?
Personally, I think it's on the plan that we do, and I hope we don't try to go for crosses in this game. Or if we do crosses, they're low driven, because I think Opara and Zlatan is a good matchup, especially up in the air. But my take is I think they're going to be on him from the beginning.
So you think they're pressing them? You think they'll be on him?
Yeah.
Not giving him a lot of room to kind of breathe and shit. What do you guys think? Angel Massa?
I agree.
I'm thinking.
It's kind of iffy though, because Zlatan is that player. If you press him, he might hit you with a 1-2, and even though he's not fast, he tends to get away a lot. And there's been a couple plays where they called him offside and he wasn't at all. But I don't know. I don't think there's no stopping Zlatan. So,
right.
No matter what they throw at him, you can't. No matter how good the matchup looks, I don't think Opara could be good as fuck. But no. Zlatan is Zlatan.
I'm a Mas on this one. Listen, it happened in Minnesota right earlier this year. We tied it. Did we win? I remember what the score was.
I think we won at home and tied at their house.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever that was. But yeah, even then, you get the point. I'm with Mas on that one. I don't care how good Opara. Listen, I said it right. I still think that Opara should be defender of the year so far. But Zlatan's just a different beast, different animal. No one can contain him. Even if you put 2 people on him, at this point we have the talent with any of the 3 guys we have going forward, even including Antuna, the way he's playing right now, that they can do something. He
So
missed
what?
a lot.
So what's your tactic?
saying-
What's your tactic, Angel? Are you pressing him? Are you giving him no time to breathe, or are you kind of waiting on him? What do you think? Because I'm
If you're
interested in.
Minnesota,
Yeah, if you're Minnesota, and against Zlatan.
look, if you're Minnesota, they're gonna try and play. You should play the same exact way that we're thinking about playing their forward. The one that you said is little tank, right? With where you're gonna have Polenta, kind of check his ass. You want to do the same shit. However, the problem is that
Zlatan.
Zlata's just, even if you do that, you're just gonna piss him off even more.
Yeah.
But with a player like that, you can't risk giving him all the time in the world. You see the goal that he scored against Houston.
Yeah.
You gave him all the time in the world, and he
Yeah.
just made it look easy as fuck. You have to try and make it as uncomfortable as it is. Look, the Galaxy's for as shitty as it can be, they're gonna have chances, and every team the Galaxy plays against, they're always gonna have a chance too. It's just, can you put those chances away? So you need to understand that he's gonna have chances. Zlatan's gonna have chances, but if you're Minnesota, you try to make those chances more difficult and give your keeper a better chance to try and save a ball. That's what you do.
I agree.
And it's crazy because Zlatan is like so mentally strong, dog. Like knowing that what's at stake, knowing that it's a one-off playoff game, I'm pretty sure he's gonna perform. Like there's no doubt in my mind he's gonna get 1-2 goals for sure. Not only that, I think weather's gonna be beneficial to the G's. I mean, they're not used to playing in the cold, but I mean, it's better than playing in the hot ass weather for sure. So
I agree.
I see Zlatan going off.
Well, but even then, you brought up the weather. It's not like Minnesota's been playing with it all season either.
Yeah. All right, so let's go with this right before we get into predictions. Give me your keys to victory. So your 1 or 2 things that you need to see from the Galaxy in order to get a victory.
Contain Darwin Quintero, dog. That's it. Double team, press high. Don't let him breathe. He's the guy that distributes to everybody else. He's the guy who, if he turns, he'll find a pass. If you close the passing lane and you don't close him down fast enough, he's making that run. He's taking it on his own. You need to not let him breathe at all. That's the key for us to win.
I think on that, I completely back up Masa. Defensively, our key to win is to disrupt the play before it even starts. And I think we mentioned that when we played Minnesota in the beginning of the year, and it's huge, disrupting the play before it even starts.
Same thing. Listen, I'm with George. It disrupt, win that ball back immediately, and I'm not trying to be a dick to Antuna, although I do think he's been playing better. Your first intention, if you're Jonah or Leggett, you got to think quickly as a quarterback. You need to first see where Pavon is, and you try to get the ball to Pavon. Then, if you can't get it to him, then you get it to Antuna, if that's the case. If you're able to, we need to get Pavon the ball. We need to get this guy the ball every single time that we can in the attack. Let him get that shit started. He's not afraid to take players. He takes them all the way to the end line, still finds a way to cut in. Pavon. We need to get that ball to that guy. Let him run the game. And we need if we let him run and do his thing, the defense will worry about defending. That our defense doesn't have to necessarily
defend as much.
Not exactly defend as much and pay attention. It's really more just zone marking or just keeping an eye on to see where.
Make sure they're in front of him. Make sure they're in front of him. And
that's it. Yeah, exactly. And if he gets the ball, then you can shut him down quicker, right? But if you get the ball to Pavon, listen, Pavon has been balling out the last few games. All the teams have been watching this. I'm sure at this point you're gonna get at least two defenders to try and roll up on him. You do that. You pull an extra defender. Guess what? You just gave Fabio an extra chance to go at another player, or you just gave Zlatan a chance with a one-on-one with Opara, right?
Or you shift the defense and you give Antuna space.
Or you might get lucky and it's a counterattack, and guess what? Opara has to go and shut down whatever Pavon tries to do, and Pavon's able to get open somehow and get across to Zlatan, and Zlatan, whoever's defending him at that point, can probably do whatever the fuck he wants with him. That's my.
I want to add to what Angel said, and this is why I would rather see Shelvick play over Romney this game, just because Shelvick's overlaps are legit, and that's just more space that you give Pavon to give him a one-on-one, or he might have one of the defenders make the run with Shelvick, and it leaves Pavon on a one-on-one with the defender. Instead of a 2v1, I feel like Romney's not fast enough to make. Not that he doesn't make the overlap, he does, but I just think that Romney doesn't have the speed to make the overlaps quicker than Shelvick, and yeah, just give the ball to Pavon. Especially if Shelvick plays, like give the ball to Pavon, he's gonna find Shelvick on overlap. If not, he's not gonna give him the pass. But it's a 1v1 situation. We know Pavon could take players on, and he will take players on. He likes to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and that's gonna be my key too, right? Let Pavon live up to his moniker. Let him be the maestro that we acclaimed him to be. You know what I mean? I think we've seen it. Whether it's fighting for the ball at the touchline and fighting Zlatan in the middle to score easy goals, or taking 2-3 guys on it and making space for himself. He could do that. What we have to do when he creates his chances is just make sure that we concrete and we finish our chances, right? Especially if we get them sluggish.
That's huge.
Like we did in Houston. If we get the chance we got in Houston, we got to score all of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe it won't be that easy, but if we do get looks like that, then we have to make sure we finish them. And then the other thing too is like they've been talking about big games. They've been talking about getting to the playoffs. Show that, right? Like I think Houston, I think Vancouver, as Angel mentioned, were somewhat cruise control. And after we went down to Houston with the heat and everything involved, thinking we're just kind of all right, fuck it, we're in the playoffs anyways. So it's playoff time, right? Big games. Mm-hmm. Come on, Zlatan. Come on, Pavon. Come on, Leggett. Come on, Jonah.
Pavon.
Let's get all these guys to kind of really come up and showcase that they're big time players, right? Big moment players. So that's what I'm hoping for. All right, boys. I think we chit chatted enough about what could happen, who was going to start, who's not. Let's go some predictions. Oh, nobody wants to go, huh? Okay. Somebody start.
I thinking I didn't even fucking...
I already got the prediction.
Go ahead, Angel.
Yeah, bitch.
We go 2-2 into overtime.
Oh, fuck no.
I don't want that.
We go 2-2 into overtime, and we lose 4-2 in overtime.
Oh, my God. I hate you. Who's scoring for you at least then? Since I hate you, but who's scoring for
David Bingham, 4 own goals. And Zlatan with a double.
All right. Angel. Not Angel. Fuck you. No, I don't want to hear from you ever again. George, Masa, what do you guys think?
I got 2-1 LA Galaxy win. I have Pavon and Alessandrini scoring.
Oh.
Ooh, listen, Drini scores minus 30 degrees, whatever that's going to be out there.
You get a naked?
Shirts off, guaranteed. Guaranteed. I don't care about the result. And I pop smoke out there. I don't care. Quote me.
We won't see Angels till 2021, no?
I'm not doing that.
We're not seeing Angels till 2021, yo.
Yeah.
Listen, I know people from the FO listen to this, so that's a lie. As a matter of fact, this is not really me talking. It's Rudy. He's fucking with.
No,
with
it's not.
Nope, not me. I didn't say nothing. As a matter of fact, look.
At I am Smarts on
See?
Twitter. I am Smarts on Twitch. All right, Masa. Masa, what's your prediction, baby?
Fuck. I'm gonna go 3-1.
3-1.
Galaxy. Yeah.
Who scores for you?
I got Zlatan scoring 3. He's gonna take over. He's gonna take over.
Let's go.
I feel it.
Let's go. I'm gonna hit you.
I got a feeling.
I'm gonna hit you some wild shit.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna win 1-0. We're gonna keep a clean sheet away from home and start to scoring the only goal early on too. It's gonna be early. We're gonna score like in the 10th minute, and we're gonna just hold steady for the rest of the game. 1-0 win, and we'll get out of there onto Western Conference semifinals. That's my prediction. We all think we're gonna win except for Angel, because Angel's just a fuck shit.
Listen,
You're a fuck shit.
As realistic as you guys just don't want to admit this, but come on, let's be honest here.
No, you're a fuck shit.
This
That's not
entire
even a
season,
thing, but you're the new thing. Or you're
with the exception of 2 games, we keep thinking this team's gonna be something, and we get our hopes up, and then they said, "Psych, game blouses." So listen, I'm just gonna wear purple. That's all I'm going for.
Listen, you're a saucy fuck shit.
You know.
All right, boys. George, did we get questions for today?
Yes, sir. Yes, we did.
We actually posted them, not like last week.
We got it. We?
We're unit. We're a unit. No, we're a unit. Right?
You are
we're
smart.
unit.
You are smart.
No,
It doesn't say
we're a
we.
unit.
We am smart.
We're a unit, right? We come together and form a Voltron.
Ooh, listen, that's arguable. There's been moments here where we've, yeah. But anyways,
Are we going behind the scenes now? We're gonna talk shit behind the scenes.
Yeah, goddamn.
Dog, the 30 for 30. Can you imagine? Ooh, listen.
All right, we're gonna.
You know what I mean? We're still fucking up big, bro. I think the score's gonna be 2-0 Galaxy.
I mean, we did better than I expected.
Fuck San Jose.
Fuck Levels FC. Fucking G's are gonna be coming on top, right?
We'll come back. All right, let's get into motherfucking.
Hey, can I say something real quick? I know you guys like to hear me talk. Evelyn, she said, "I hope United leaves your ass." Listen, I don't know if I'm pretty sure Art probably beats me for away travel this year, but I've been to quite a few games this year. All right, I've only seen.
Bitch, because you've been bad from home games. Of course, you have to go to away games.
Listen, that's not true. That's not true. Actually, I just choose to support my team away from home. You know, but I'm still traveling to Minnesota. It's like Massa says. Yo soy hincha del Galaxy. I'm not hincha of the results. Hincha del Galaxy. So I'm gonna go watch my team lose, and I'm gonna lose, and I'm gonna party like we won.
I hope you watch it at the airport because he left your ass. How about that?
Okay.
All right, let's get some questions, George.
Oh yeah, it's me, huh? So thank you guys for all pushing in the questions. I'm making time right now because I didn't know I was gonna do this right now. So everyone, I hope everyone's having. All right, hey, Edwin08 Brian asked if we advance and I can get some tickets to the Stank. Will you guys have buses going out?
First of all, I saw we had a few questions come in about the next game against LAFC. You guys are all pathetic as Galaxy fans. Let me tell you why.
Oh, here we go. Fuck.
Okay. How do you really feel?
Yeah.
At me.
I love it.
At me.
Yes.
My Instagram is at ADF3691. Wherever you want to go. As a matter of fact, my number is 323-926-2183. Hit me up. Like on some Mike Jones shit.
To Angel's number.
Are all fucking trash. We're not even at that game yet.
Yep.
We're not even at that game yet. As a matter of fact, in terms of the front office, Rudy knows this. We haven't even talked about anything related to the game. And that's a 4-day turnaround. I can only imagine the shit show that we're going to deal with as ACB leadership, right? And the front office with all of this that's going to happen on a fucking Wednesday or Thursday night. You guys are all fucking garbage. Worry about the game in front of us. Worry about the fucking game of, like, hincha del Galaxy, not fucking hincha of LAFC or El Tráfico. Fuck that. Worry about your team first, fucking playing against Minnesota and getting a victory by Minnesota. Then worry about your fucking game against fucking LAFC.
Oh.
That's how I feel about that shit.
Ooh, okay.
So to answer
next question,
Edwin08 Brian's question, will we have buses going out?
No fucking idea.
All right.
Oh, fuck.
You might like this one. Sharky14 says, "Hey guys, my buddy is attending his first away days game. Do you have any advice for him and his liver?"
Listen,
Sharky,
2 episodes.
Oh, as a matter of fact, Andrew's going.
I could talk as far as his liver is concerned. Pray. That's it. That's all you got to do, my man. I'm sorry.
I don't know how cold it's gonna be up there, but wear some gloves, bro, because that shit ain't no joke.
As a matter of fact, I just see it to be really cold as fuck. Yeah. So first of all, make sure you take warm clothes.
Yes.
And in terms of your liver, starting now this week, don't drink anything else other than water. Water the whole week to prepare your liver. And no, Pedialyte you drink the day before, and then drink 2 Tylenols at least, or some type of ibuprofen or something like that the day before you're gonna drink, so no hangover in the morning, and then another round of Pedialyte after you wake up the next day.
And you guys are forgetting the key ingredient to having a successful away day. Eat some fucking blueberries. Eat some fucking blueberries and wear green shorts. That's all you need to do for away games. There's 2 episodes you want to hear. It's the Chris Seller, and it's the blueberries episode. Just listen to that, and that's the perfect guide on what not to do on away games. So listen to those 2 episodes. Go back and listen to those 2 episodes, and you should be fine.
Angel,
you'll get through it.
Next question for Angel. Brun 121 wants to know: Would you guys be getting tickets to the Stank that they release tomorrow at 10 a.m.?
You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna get tickets. You're not getting shit.
No, he's talking about the sale ones, the ones that are going to sell tomorrow. Release. Yeah, tomorrow.
Yeah, listen, everybody should.
Yeah, bank in there because we don't get a ginormous number.
We don't know.
You know what I mean? So
if you have access to tickets now, shit, sell them. Worst case scenario, which again we're not gonna get past Minnesota, you just resell them.
All right. Yep. Evain says, any on traveling alone to Minnesota? I guess he wants to know any advice on traveling alone to Minnesota.
You won't be alone for too long.
Hit me up on DMs. Hit me up on the Straight from the Stands accounts. On my personal shit, hit me up. You won't be alone.
Yeah, you won't be alone for long.
As a matter of fact, rewind a few minutes. I just put out my number out there. Hit me up.
Also, he also wants to know: would it be smart to buy tickets against Chivas USA before they get expensive? You got his number. As a matter of fact.
As a matter of fact, text me right quick. Text me. Hit
Oh
me
my
up.
God. Okay.
Freddie Withone says, how much longer does Antuna have left, and does he have the option to stay longer? Thoughts?
He has this year, right? Like it was like 1 year
A
loan.
year loan. Yeah, the year loan.
As far as I know, he resigned with his
He resigned with Man
club.
City.
Yeah, Man City until 2022. I want to say it's on us if we want to have him. No.
Well, we
Well,
have to
ultimately,
initiate
it's on
some-
Man City if they want him back.
I'm gonna call it right now. He's gonna stay 1 more year.
I think he extends the loan for 1 more year.
Yep,
Mhm.
that's an easy call.
Yep,
Easy
I agree.
call.
Easy call for Man City. Easy call for the Galaxy.
him,
Easy
and
call for
easy
Mexico.
him. An easy
I
call
I
for
mean,
him.
like even if it's MLS, he's getting a lot more exposure here than he had anywhere else he's been, right?
Yep.
Even in
Facts.
Santos, right? Like he's the exposure's here. So yeah.
All right. How Brigham Base wants to know how trash
about
will
that base. About that base. No treble.
He wants to know about the Galaxy game at Chivas USA. You stupid piece of shit.
Ignore that fucker. Trash.
How
That's what
trash
you
would
get-
it be? No,
Sorry,
he has
Ed.
a real question. How trash would that field be on Sunday? Will Zlatan be pulling out chunks again?
I heard about that. So it's the local college football rivalry game, right?
Yep.
Listen,
Oh, they played the day before, huh?
yeah,
Yep.
on that field. So
Oh.
this is my thing. It's college football. If it's a rivalry game of that nature and it's a big fucking deal, apparently that you want to make it at Allianz Field, that place only fits 22,000 people.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine that their college football stadiums, the University of Minnesota, what are they, the Beavers or whatever the fuck they are, the Gophers,
No
whatever they
idea.
are. There's some type of rodent. Their stadium holds a lot more than I think their stadium holds like 40,000. It doesn't make sense to me. Why are you gonna have the game there? You as Minnesota United, you as the MLS, with a playoff game coming up, how are you agreeing to that shit? No, it probably was agreed upon before Minnesota even knew it was gonna be in a playoff situation. But even then, if you're Minnesota, you should have playoff aspirations and hope to host an
It's-
MLS game.
It's your fucking stadium. It's
Yeah, exactly.
it's Minnesota FC's stadium. It's their stadium. They're not renting to a college from a college. It's their
Yeah.
stadium. They should have priority to the fucking game.
Exactly.
I don't get it either.
But
I
it's
100%
stupid.
baffled by that.
Stupid. And that stadium,
Alright.
first of all, it's
So
supposed to
the
be
Bills are gonna be
raining.
Trash, right?
Trash, garbage, absolute
All right,
shit.
there it is.
Just like the Aztecas
Albert Albertino Morales wants to know who would be the perfect pairing for Pavon next year.
I saw that question. I don't get it. What do you mean perfect pairing? As in the opposite end? In
True.
a
Maybe a
midfield
shot?
role? As a left back? Or what is he?
Give
I-
him a pair. Give him a pair.
All right,
Whatever you want it to
perfect
be.
pairing, Pavon and Kun Agüero.
Yes, that'd be perfect pairing. That's a match made in heaven right there. I imagine
That's
all those
that's a
layoffs.
green link, baby.
Green link as fuck. Yep. All those fucking layoffs.
You wanna know what it is to me? Nacho Fernandez.
Yeah.
How old is Nacho? He's still on
still
the
young,
younger
right?
side, no?
Yeah, you put
Yeah.
that guy and those two together. I don't give a shit if one play for River and one play for Boca. That's irrelevant when you're playing for our shit. Those two guys
Galaxy, I
together.
don't care fuck where they played before.
Nacho Fernandez is legit as fuck. You put those two guys together in that role, and if you somehow are able to keep Fabio, listen, I'm for it. I'm for it.
Argentina as fuck, huh?
At this point, I mean, listen, this is the reason River is the champion of America, right?
Dog, you do
And,
good. You know the chemistry.
and then Boca's the best. Well, the last few years they've been one of the better teams in the club. 3 years before that, it was Racing. Independiente won their shit in Sudamericana, San Lorenzo a few years back. Of course, why not? Makes sense.
All right, and follow-up question: have we seen Pavon at his peak with the Galaxy? I don't think so.
No, not yet.
No,
Not even
no.
close.
No. I don't even think we see him at his peak when it comes to speed. Right?
Mm-mm.
I remember seeing him with Argentina, and that kid could just fucking fly up and down the fucking wing.
He's
So I don't even
close.
think-
He's close.
I think he needs one more player that he can be comfortable with playing to reach that.
Yep.
All right.
All right. Let's move.
We have a really good question from Carlos R91. Scenario: Galaxy beat Minnesota, advance to semis versus FC. Score is 2-2 final. Penalty kicks. Who's 1 through 5?
Oh.
Irrelevant.
Okay, so
So
Minnesota-
we go to
just
penalties.
play
We go to
along. Just play
okay.
along.
Let's pretend
Okay.
it's Minnesota then.
Okay,
That's
yeah,
what
let's
we're
pretend
looking for.
Minnesota, so because you're fucking crying ass. All right, we're
Yeah.
all right. Alessandrini has a broken leg, so he's not kicking shit. How about that? The first one is gonna be to set the tone. Jonathan Dos Santos.
Okay. Then
Second one. Zlatan Ibrahimovic. No, Zlatan first. Jonathan Dos Santos. Polenta third. Pavon fourth. No, Antuna fourth. Pavon fifth.
I think I'll probably pick same players, just different order, right? I think I'll do Jonah, Corona, Antuna, Pavon, Zlatan. That's what will kick for me.
I think Zlatan goes first. I don't think Zlatan
First.
I don't think Zlatan lets that shit not even make it to a fifth penalty. He wants the spotlight. So Zlatan first. Jonah goes second. Then I got Polenta.
Oh yeah, there you go.
And then I got
Take my 5. You already did.
Corona. And then on fifth, I'm pretty sure People's playing by then. People takes the fifth one.
Okay.
I say Zlatan, Jonah, Pavon, Fabio, and Drini, the last one.
No, he has a broken leg. Remember?
And just for shits
All
and
right,
giggles,
well, fine. If let's say he doesn't go, then I'll go with Massa, and I'll say Polenta.
And then just for shits and giggles, and on the chat, Manny says Pavon, Leggett, Jonah, Polenta, Zlatan. Leggett? You guys are super confident Leggett taking a PK?
Yeah,
No.
I'm gonna be for that. I don't.
Dog, PK is not only dog. It's all luck, honestly. It's whoever has fucking.
You don't miss. You have
Cold
skill,
heart.
baby.
Listen, and just because of that,
I mean, just say it, Masa. Just say who. You know, just say it.
I'm just saying, dog. I
Yeah.
shout you out right there without shouting you out, though.
you got to go Zlatan first, though, because
Yeah,
you know,
that's what I'm
yeah, and again, you know, just to Manny's point, I'm not saying it's gonna happen, right? But who knows? Hypothetically speaking, what if the Galaxy didn't even make it to the fifth shooter?
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said Zlatan doesn't take that chance. Zlatan will not shy away from
100%.
from taking the fifth pen. No, he goes first because he wants to score.
Good
Or
question.
Drini fifth, but Drini fifth against Allianz.
Irrelevant.
Irrelevant.
Rosie Soma, I'm gonna ask you a question, but we answered it already. Can we expect the grass to be ready for the game? We said it's gonna be trash. They also follow up by saying, with Drini on the bench, do you think he will give the boys a spark like Pavon?
I think so.
Oh, I hope so.
I think honestly, I don't think he's gonna give anyone a spark unless he produces.
Jesus Christ, man.
I've always been. Listen, I've been the biggest Drini critic. I'm not a hater. I want him to produce because he's gonna make our team better.
I don't believe that.
See, but see, you say spark. That means that he's coming in off the bench. You don't wait 10, 15 minutes until he gets into the game. You give a spark either as soon as he come in or you don't.
Yep.
So yes, I say he does. Let's say even if he doesn't play well, it's just a mentality. You finally have this guy coming in that you know he's capable of playing up to par with that entire squad.
Question. So who do you think he gives a spark to? He doesn't give one to Pavon because Pavon's never played with him. He doesn't give one to Fabio because Fabio's never played with him. The defense is irrelevant.
He does.
Is that?
He does because if there was one thing you can say whatever you want about him, right? If there's one thing that's for sure is that he always 100% gives it everything, right? So when a player comes in with that,
they've never played.
Because you gotta do
fine,
it. Fine.
The one guy that fucking matters, Zlatan, because those two guys last year, they plenty of games where they played together and they scored some bangers together.
Against Minnesota.
Against fucking San Jose. You guys remember that game?
Yeah.
Last year, dog. Those two. Listen, it's that.
Yeah,
Zlatan knows what he's capable of. Yep. That's all you need. Jonah knows what he's capable of. That's your fucking captain. I don't care who's wearing the armband. That's your fucking captain. If your captain knows what this guy's about to come in off the bench, what he knows, fuck that. Spark off. You just a fucking hater.
God, I don't need to get angry.
Irrelevant.
Irrelevant. Hey, somebody give that. Somebody give that.
Done shit for this team.
Listen, I think it might be that new dietary restrictions that I'm on. I'm not even fucking with Oreos right now.
You need to eat, baby. I'll bring you some Oreos right now. Mega stuff.
Carlos is into reality. Wants to know how many jackets should I pack for Minnesota? None. They're fucking irrelevant. You go shirtless. All that.
That's the one that's not even going.
All that hashtag, oh, bitch, I'm not the one working out tampoco. Oh, hashtag, y'all want to be fit? Take off your fucking shirt. Doesn't matter.
Listen, I say you take a hoodie.
I
and you
apologize.
take
I
a-
didn't say it that loud because he's kind of big. He's not like Angel. I could talk like that to Angel because I just could hold him by his head. But Carlos is actually fucking macizo, dog.
I say you take a hoodie and a weatherproof jacket, and you should be good. A beanie and some gloves.
The alcohol will warm me up.
Take some thermals, dog, under, just in case.
Some long johns.
Yeah.
What's the
Pro club,
what's the fucking weather prediction?
Like 30
I don't think
degrees.
it's gonna be
40
that
degrees.
cold. If it's 30 degrees, dog, you better take some fucking gloves, dog. Because I was in Chicago, I felt my fingers were about to fall off.
Find out right now.
Fuck that.
Dog, fuck Chicago.
Nah, I'm going back. I'm going back. I like
All right.
I like Chi-Town.
Going to Twitter, Galaxy Fan Talk says 2 questions. As a fan, it's easy to overlook Minnesota about the second round. Of course, they're pros, but how hard is it not to look past Minnesota if you're a player?
No, you don't look past Minnesota.
There is no looking past Minnesota. Like,
Sunday,
you can't.
lowest, just a heads up, 45 degrees. Sunday, sorry. Sunday, 47 degrees. Lowest.
You're true.
High, 61.
It's not too bad.
With
Yeah.
rain.
It ain't
But I
Cali
would wear
weather
a
though,
hoodie,
man.
though.
Yeah, it ain't Cali
Over
weather.
a
Though.
hoodie, though.
With rain.
It ain't Cali. It
Long
ain't Cali
sleeve and a hoodie.
45. It's not Cali 65, yo. Like, it's cold 65. Fuck that.
All right.
Yeah.
So are our players? Galaxy Fan Talk want to know: is it easy to overlook this team?
I don't
No.
think so.
No, absolutely not.
It's a team that I mean, first of all, it's a team that placed higher than you in the regular season.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? And it's the fucking playoffs. Everybody knows, like, any one of those mistakes that you did in the previous games could cost you the whole season. It's over after that, right? There is no next game. There is no nothing. It's you win and you move on, or you lose and go home. So
Right.
yeah, you don't look over.
Second part question: biggest underrated key player for the game versus the Loons. Underrated meaning non-stars.
For us?
If Fabio, it's gonna be Fabio. If Fabio plays, if Fabio gets started, it's gonna be Fabio, and what he can create. If it's not Fabio, it's gonna be either Felcher or Romney Shelvick, right? They need to have big games.
I think Antuna is our biggest one.
I can see that.
See, I'd go with George, absolutely, 100%. But then you'd have to ask a question: do we consider him a star?
No,
No,
I don't.
Antuna-
Okay. And then listen, I just said that'd be the question. Then I'm with George, 100%. Antuna. You need him to be something.
Intonation.
All right. Glenn 2121 wants to know: at Merv started our playoff week on the right foot. What does our midfield look like on the right foot? Who's your ideal midfield team in the middle? So we answered the midfield part. We answered everything else. But as far as Mers, Rudy, you want to?
No,
If y'all haven't seen this fucking video,
no. That video's fucking hype, man. And the fact that he's dropping bars and he's not really rapping them, he's just kind of dropping, dropping bars. Like, bro,
Casually, dog.
been here since '96.
Because we 5-star generals.
5-star general.
Five-star generals.
Ain't no new recruits on this side.
Yo,
like the Matrix.
like the mic.
All right. Alex the Great wants to know why do we hope our back line looks like against Minnesota? We answered that. There's a mixed reviews, but for the most part we're there. Biggie LAG wants to know, thinking ahead and
Hey, hold
putting
on.
Galaxy.
I have a question for Alex the Great. I have a question for him. But shoot me a DM because then I'm gonna ask you and then I'll let you guys know. I just want to know if he calls himself Alex the Great because of Alexander the Great.
Can you? There's a question. You could have opened your app and sent him a DM. What
And
the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Irrelevant.
Irrelevant.
Hey, irrelevant.
All right.
I need Oreos.
Biggie LAG wants to know, thinking ahead and putting Galaxy bias aside, what's the best possible MLS Cup final? I say Galaxy versus New England at the Digs. What do you guys say?
I mean,
Galaxy DC.
I want a dig final, but I want an East Coast West Coast. I want Galaxy versus New York.
Galaxy DC would be fucking dope.
Ooh,
Galaxy
I
DC would be fucking dope.
old school as fuck.
That'd
Yeah.
be fucking dope. That's what I like. But
Look,
I fucks with. Oh, sorry.
No, that. You're right.
Galaxy DC be dope. That'd be fucking dope. At home.
Shit on Ola Camara.
Hola, Camara. So then he can beat us. You're right.
Accurate. Damn.
Old players always fuck us. Either
Yeah.
old players from our team or old players from our enemies always fuck us.
Accurate.
Kind of the norm. Mm-hmm.
More wins, more haters.
All right. Last
Quote
question
worse.
from Biggie also. Would you guys like to take Thomas Mueller as Zlatan's replacement.
Nope.
I wouldn't. No, thank you. I think he's one-dimensional.
He's also you know
Old.
old and moves a lot slower than Zlatan does.
Yep.
And, no, I'm good. All right, anything else?
Diego Costa for president, baby.
Dog. So
Costa
can we have the
wouldn't-
conversation?
What?
Let's have this conversation, right?
Costa wouldn't last in this league.
So we talked about this in one of the chats.
What?
We talked about Diego Costa. I forgot who brought it, but in one of the chats we talked about Diego Costa. The possibility of him coming to MLS, and I said like, if Nigel De Jong got fucking haunted, Diego Costa would not make it in this league. He'll be suspended half of the fucking season.
Half the year, yeah.
He's too
Yeah,
mean. He's
let's
too
go.
dirty. You know what I mean? Like, I love Diego Costa. Don't get me wrong, but MLS is not for him, especially with VAR.
That's true.
God.
I
My
mean, that's
God.
not for him.
All right, you got any more questions, George?
Nope.
We're done. All right, boys. Angel, bring back a window. Fuck your stupid prediction.
Hey,
Fuck your relevant
safe-
ass prediction.
Safe travels, baby.
Bring back a win for us.
Thank you.
Yeah, safe travel.
Bring back a win for us. Where you boys seeing the game at?
I'm debating.
I know-
Oh, hold on.
Just home.
ACB news.
Oh,
We got something.
These are the ACB news. ACB news. ACB. Oh,
It's plugs. Yeah, there's something wrong. Damn, we gotta get really copyrighted. Don't we gotta get copyrighted infringement, dog.
Hold on.
Damn.
ACB plugs. These are the ACB plugs. ACB plugs. These are the ACB plugs.
We're getting copyright infringement, dog.
Yeah, shout out Big Cheesy. So peep this. Viewing parties. We're gonna have quite a few. We're gonna have a few. We should have those hopefully out by Thursday at the latest. We have confirmed a few. We're still trying to get confirmation from a few more. But I can tell you guys right now that the front office has put together a viewing party at Legends Plaza once again. I know that's where they had the viewing party there for LAFC. I heard it was pretty badass the way that they had to set up last time from what has been relayed. And don't quote me on this. It should be about the same. I know they're gonna have drink specials, things of that nature. They are planning on opening the tailgate area early, so you're gonna get there early and tailgate with fellow G's. Feel free to do so. All that information is already available on the front office on LA Galaxy's different social medias. Go look for that if you want to get information on that. As for additional viewing parties, expect you see a full slate of at least a good 8 or so across the general mid to Southern California area. For sure, Bakersfield always down to San Diego. So that's pretty much it in terms of that. If you are making the trip to Minnesota, we will have a pregame location as usual. You should be getting an email with all that information from Jonathan Malter, probably by Friday at the latest with all that information. So pretty much it. Oh, and again, if you are going to Minnesota, some of us are planning to go see Prince's Place. If you want to go, sing Purple Rain with me, When Doves Cry, all types of shit. When you get delirious, like it's 1999, we can do all that.
Purify yourself in the waters of Lake Minnetonka.
I need an honest answer from you, Angel.
What?
Honest answer. Which are you more hyped for? The game or going to Prince's house?
That's accurate.
Little red Corvette. She wore a raspberry beret.
I'll take that as an answer.
Can you find at a second-hand store?
Okay, yeah.
For Prince, we're about to take a fat SL.
Listen. I don't know where I'm going. All I'm saying is fuck LA Beer Garden. I'm never going back to that spot ever again.
We're not gonna do anything this weekend there. As a matter of fact, probably
Fuck
not
LA Beer
going
Garden.
forward.
Period. George Massa, where are we going? Let's go watch the game.
Let's figure something out. Let's do it all together. So,
Are you guys gonna have the halftime show though?
That's what I'm saying.
Devils, I'm still
Nah,
North America,
look,
buddy.
No.
That's not right here, Doug. I'm on your
Halftime
side.
show. Halftime show.
Let's watch a game somewhere, whether even if it's at the stadium or whatever. But let's watch a game somewhere.
So
So we gotta be miserable together.
At my crib, we could do something, Doug.
All right,
Let's make
so
it
we'll
happen.
do something.
All
We'll
right.
post it up. All right. With that being said, it's another episode of. I was gonna say
You
a
good?
tailgate. I was gonna say a tailgate, but it's not the tailgate. There's another episode of Straight from the Stands.
Okay, live, baby.
I'm your boy Rudy at I'm Smarts on Twitter. I'm Smarts on Twitch TV.
What is Massa doing?
I don't know.
This
I'm
is George.
Windshield wipers, my glasses, dog.
The fuck? Listen, if you guys are not on YouTube, you guys are missing out, man. This shit's
That's
fucking
right.
hilarious.
That's accurate.
Mhm.
All right, George J Undefeated 7 on Twitter and Instagram. Follow me.
Follow me at LiveItAF96 on Twitter, ADF3691 on Instagram, and then whatever Prince's account. That's really me. It is me. Game, blouses, and I'm making pancakes.
Pank.
Peace, love, and G's up.
Peace.
It's foot season, y'all.